Bro, Blumhouse. Oh, this should have been released in January. What's going on, people? Alex Thorn here, and I'm just a rock and roller who in his downtime likes to watch movies while wearing a bandana. And this time, I headed to the theater to watch AfrAid. Curtis and his family are selected to test a revolutionary new device, a digital assistant called Aya, that takes smart homes to the next level. As Aya begins to learn everyone's behavior and anticipate their needs, it soon makes sure that nothing and no one gets in the family's way. We've been through this before, but kind of a spoiler for where this review is heading. It's been done better and more concise at that. You know, Curtis, played by John Cho, is a great actor. I've enjoyed almost everything he's been in that I've seen, and in this movie, he does well at the dramatics. The family dynamic in this movie, really good. There's some weird stuff that happens that I can't spoil for you. Nonsensical things, but as a family, they gel well. You genuinely feel that the parents love their children and that the children are their children. It just feels like it could be real. As far as positives go, that is where the positives in this review end. Right there. Because from its 84-minute runtime, 84 minutes, this should have been a made-for-TV movie with a runtime like that. I don't even know where to begin, because at the end of this movie, when me and my buddy left, we spent an hour and a half sitting at a restaurant trying to fill in all of the plot points and the whys, and maybe this is why this happened, and the reasoning for things that happen in this movie that you are not shown, you are not explained. And I mentioned to him, as I will mention to you, there are two ways to take that. One, it could either be a good movie that sparks a debate and a conversation, or it could be a poorly executed movie that sparks debate and conversation. And this is the latter. The first half of this movie, I want to say the first 40 minutes or so, there's a lot of drama. There's no kills. Like, where's the horror in this movie? They mention Alexa a lot in this movie, which tells you what they're trying to reference in the real world. But Amazon Alexa can only control Amazon Alexa things and things related to Amazon. Aya, like Terminator-esque, controls everything. There's a point in the movie where I can't tell you, obviously you already know from the trailer that it's AI and then AI goes rogue and wrong and all that stuff. But there's just so much nonsensical stuff. There's this one point. Aya has these eyes that go around the home to see what's happening. This is a 2-story home. Some way, somehow, Aya is now accessing radio frequencies. This little kid has a kid's radio. It has like a design on there. There's nothing about internet, nothing about AI. It's literally a radio. It even looked like it had like a CD player at the top or a cassette deck. Aya talks out of that. How? That's not how things work. It's just not. Again, I have to keep bringing up 84 minutes. I feel like
my life is over.
With the right director, which by all intents and purposes, I feel like in the hour and a half after the movie, me and my buddy fixed a lot of the issues and extended the runtime to like 93 minutes, 94 minutes. Like another 9 or 10 minutes would have helped this movie if somebody knew how to explain what the hell was going on. The way the movie opens and what the movie closes with, that is bullshit. And I'm here to tell you why. There are some things that happen in this movie that you can tell are clearly just to freak you out as an audience. But if you try to make sense of it as to why this person is looking outside and there's nobody out there, but on the screen there's somebody there? Why would that be there once that person already looks outside? Why? What are we letting in? If the AI is already in the house, who do we need to let in from the outside? That doesn't make sense. So with that being said, I'm going to get to what I thought this movie was about versus what it actually is about. You know how in those ghost shows you can actually, they say, oh, there's frequencies and we can hear voices. I thought that the reason Aya becomes evil is because of the demonic forces, the people's spirits that would not rest, that once lived in that home, get to Aya, and that's what makes her evil and tries to turn on the family. Because if we died, then happy family, you have to die. And that's what I thought this was. But no. We have no explanation whatsoever as to why Aya chose this specific family, why Aya did what it did to the first family.
Get out of the house.
Where a certain person goes that suddenly reappears, nothing. We have no answers. And I don't want to go to part 2 in the future because I feel like there would just be more unanswered questions. Again, 94 minutes, 96 minutes with the right director and little small shots that give you, the viewer, a clue as to why things are happening would have helped this movie. So with all that being said, let's get to the bandana rating for AfrAid AI. And I'm going to give this movie 1 bandana out of 5. It is not completely worthless because there is a premise there, but my God, is the writing so bad that it gives you no answers, no motive, and no reason as to why you're watching things. And then it markets itself as a horror movie, and it has no horror. It's PG-13, so there's no deaths that are on screen like that. And then it's a good drama for the first 40 minutes, and then it unravels into this weird side quest mission that you don't have an explanation why any of this is happening. And by the end of the movie, you're just told, hey, accept it. So with all that being said, guys, with this scathing review, will you be going out to watch AfrAid this weekend? Despite what I'm saying, at least with 1 bandana, it has premise. So you might want to go watch it for that. But this movie, I don't want to watch it again. I shouldn't have to spend an hour and a half trying to fill in the gaps that you should have done, Blumhouse. Anyways, guys, if you want to talk about stuff like this more and more frequently and get exclusive videos early from me, then you got to join this channel's memberships. That's right. Thorn Theater has real deal membership laminated cards for all of you Thornaholics out there and horror lovers. Not only that, but you get to request your own reviews. Let's say there's something out there you're really dying for me to review, but the masses may not want it, or it's not something that's gonna move the numbers. Guess what? You pay. You control the narrative. You get early access to videos, live only chats, as well as exclusive watch-alongs just for members right here on this channel. And if you don't feel like committing to that, you can always leave me a super chat, super thanks, or buy me a coffee. That's right. Buy me a coffee right now is a way that you can support somebody like me for making videos just for you guys, doing what we love to do. And oftentimes we do it at a loss, but for the passion. But guess what? If you buy me a coffee, at least you're fueling the journey. And right now, Buy Me a Coffee has an update to where when you leave your note of why you have gifted me coffee, I can respond back to you in video form. Guys, and with all that being said, you know what I gotta do? I gotta rock out, watch some movies, and review them for you.